Call Halayimla Yahweh Yahushua Bashim Kagadash. I am Matza, and in the spirit, I'm coming at you with another lesson. 2024 has begun, and a lot is going on. We haven't even gone through 30 days yet, and off of Esau Edom's calendar, his new year, his kingdom's new year, we're already seeing all types of calamities and destruction. And it's for a reason. So I'm going to play a few clips and I'm going to hit up the scriptures to back myself up and show you why all these things aren't a coincidence.
I just received my free government phone through the mail, and I'm absolutely thrilled. Prosecutors say Diddy did this to keep the victims obedient and compliant.
And by the way, before I begin, this is fair use only. I am not trying to steal anybody's work or be monetized in any type of way. I do not care to be monetized. This is for educational purposes. Thank you.
It's a shocking fall from grace. In less than a year, P. Diddy went from beloved music icon to disgraced sexual predator, at least according to the charges from the feds. Right now, he's behind bars in New York, the same place where just last year, he was given a key to the city. It was a disturbing set of allegations that led to Diddy's arrest in the way of multiple civil suits brought by accusers. And in some of those suits, co-defendants are listed, and in others, celebrities. Could it be a time of reckoning for them too? We're taking a deep dive into all the celebrities listed in Diddy's civil lawsuits and whether they too could face federal charges. I'm Sierra Gillespie, and this is Law and Crime News. A groundbreaking case brought forth just this week when 54-year-old Sean Diddy Combs was arrested on September 15th. He now faces some pretty serious federal charges: racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, and transportation to engage in prostitution. Diddy was indicted by a federal grand jury and is now being held in Brooklyn at the Metropolitan Detention Center after he was twice denied bail. Diddy's attorneys say he was in New York for about a week before the arrest, anticipating the federal indictment. But he wasn't the only one who kind of saw this coming. After federal investigators raided two of Diddy's homes back in March, we kind of had an idea something was on the way. Just this week, we learned some of the items that investigators collected during those raids of Diddy's homes in both Miami and Los Angeles. According to the indictment against Diddy, investigators seized more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricants from his homes. The court doc states that these items were used in something referred to as freak-offs, which were elaborate and produced sex performances that Combs arranged, directed, masturbated during, and often electronically recorded. According to prosecutors, Diddy and his associates transported commercial sex workers over state lines and even internationally. Diddy then allegedly gave these sex workers and victims controlled substances, at times unbeknownst to the victims. Prosecutors say Diddy did this to keep the victims obedient and compliant. He then took videos of victims having sex with these sex workers, sometimes without their consent. After all this, both Diddy and the victims would receive IV fluids to recover from the physical exertion and drug use. Federal investigators say that during the raids of Diddy's homes, they collected some of these recordings showing the disturbing details of these freak-offs. And the feds had a heads up about these recordings, thanks to some of the civil lawsuits filed against Diddy, namely the one brought by Rodney Jones, also known as the producer Lil Rod. Lil Rod worked with Diddy on his Love album starting in 2022 and says he experienced months of abuse all at the hands of Diddy. In his lengthy civil suit, Lil Rod refers to these recordings saying, quote, Mr. Combs required Mr. Jones, that's Lil Rod, to record him constantly. Mr. Jones has secured hundreds of hours of footage and audio recordings of Mr. Combs, his staff, and his guests engaging in some serious illegal activity. Lil Rod's lawsuit also lays out some other pretty disturbing claims, like that Diddy sexually assaulted him and forced Lil Rod to have sex with a prostitute. But Lil Rod's lawsuit came out swinging in more ways than one. Not only did it shed light on the dark allegations against Diddy, but it dropped some high-profile celebrity names too. First, there's Academy Award-winning actor Cuba Gooding Jr. Lil Rod alleges Diddy was, quote, grooming him to pass him off to his friends. This fear became reality when Mr. Combs introduced Mr. Jones to Cuba Gooding Jr. while they were on Mr. Combs' yacht.
All right. And many other celebrities that we're not going to put in this video, but we're going to continue on.
Welcome to NBC News Daily this Monday. We're going to start with those deadly California wildfires as crews prepare for more powerful winds today that could once again fuel the flames. Right now, red flag warnings are in place for areas in and around Los Angeles. The fierce Santa Ana winds are set to return this week, bringing the possibility of a new round of fires. Now, just last hour, LA officials confirmed at least 24 people are dead. Many others are still missing. So far, the flames have scorched about 40,000 acres and destroyed more than 12,000 buildings and structures, many of them homes.
Over the weekend, firefighters did make some progress on the Palisades fire. It is currently the largest blaze, but authorities warn the threat is far from over. While evacuation orders remain in effect for many, we've seen more people starting to head back home, only to find their neighborhoods completely decimated, their livelihoods turned to ash.
We worked so hard to get here, and now to see it this way.
Excuse these
People have
commercials.
now died as the fires continue to burn in LA County. Take a look. I want to show you the map. It shows the major fires burning as we speak. Entire neighborhoods have been destroyed.
Altogether, the fires have burned more than 35,000 acres, destroyed more than 10,000 structures, and at least 180,000 people have been forced to evacuate. The Palisades and Eaton fires are now in the top 20 most destructive wildfires in California history.
Today, President Biden and Vice President Harris announced the federal government will cover 100% of costs for the initial disaster response. The White House says the funds will cover debris removal, shelter for families, and salaries for first responders for up to 180 days. They also announced generators for water supply and more firefighting equipment, including equipment from Canada, is on the way. It all comes as calls are growing to do more to tackle climate change.
I'm going to make an appeal right now to the United States Congress. They're going to have to step up when we ask for more help. More help to get these people the kind of shelter they need, to get the kind of help they need, because it really does matter.
We have got to invest as a country in adaptation, and we have to invest in resilience. And that is about homeowners, that is about families, that is about cities and local governments, state governments.
The Biden administration also mentioned mental health concerns after the fires and called on the federal government to be prepared to help.
Tonight, we're getting a clearer look at the destruction of these fires as the number of deaths rises. New video just into our newsroom paints a startling image of the ghostly ruins many people are returning home to. This new drone video Thursday night shows the scope of the devastation from the Eaton fire in Altadena. Burning buildings, thick black smoke, and footprints and empty shells of what used to be people's homes and businesses. We're getting our first look at this dramatic inside view of someone's Ring security camera recording their property being consumed by flames from the Palisades fire. Authorities are now bringing in cadaver dogs, saying they don't know the exact death toll.
At one point, we'll be able to do a more thorough search of these impacted areas. Some of them look like a bomb was dropped in them.
The family of 66-year-old Victor Shaw says he died in a heroic attempt to defend his home in Altadena.
As you can see, these celebrities and rich folk, they're all suffering now. And as for the first clip I showed, do I need to explain more? You can obviously see one of the reasons why they're going through this right now. Witchcraft, sexual immorality, and many other things that I'm not going to talk about because YouTube like to flag people for certain words. But yeah, these people, they've been doing things they shouldn't be doing, and they think they're getting away with it. All these celebrities, they on a download, they do stuff to make their money, to make their pockets swollen, and they think Yahweh by Shem Yahushua don't see it. They think Big Brother Yahushua, and they think our Father Yahweh don't see it. So Yahweh, while Yahushua are doing their thing, they turning up. They showing like, okay, you're doing your thing, so now it's time for us to do our thing. And the Lord is casting his judgment. And we're getting closer and closer to the end of this thing, this kingdom. We're getting closer and closer to Jacob's trouble. And all these things I'm saying, and I'm going to prove to you. First of all, we're going to start off with Nahum. Going to go to chapter 3. We're going to go to Nahum 3. And we're going to go to 4. Verse 4, because of the multitude of whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcraft, that selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcraft. Behold, I am thee, saith Yahweh. Behold, I am thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirt upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. And that is what Yahweh's doing right now. He's turning up. He's exposing everything, and he's bringing destruction to the people that's doing these things. Specifically, America entirely, though. Mystery Babylon. These celebrities, they did so much throughout the years of their career and their lives that they forgot the Lord exists. They've been doing all types of whoredoms, all types of witchcraft and abominations to the point they're caught up. And now they're getting their ass whooped. Some killed, but some gonna be kept here for that time of trouble that's coming, that Jacob's trouble, which we also call Esau's trouble. Esau. Yeah, y'all gonna get it very bad. This is just the beginning for you people. You so-called white people, Esau, Edom. This is just the beginning. Now, for you people that look like white people, You could be of, the nation of Israel. You could be a Hebrew Israelite and not know it. So don't think it. Don't ever, you know, some people mingled with Esau Edom. His wives, they daughters. So, better find out who you are. You don't want to be Esau. Not at this time. Mm-mm. But anyhow, that the Lord, he's getting down right now. And yeah, I'm gonna hop to the next scripture. And we're gonna go to, you know what, let's go to Isaiah. Let's go to Isaiah 29. And we're gonna go to 6. Just gonna go straight to the point. Thou shalt be visit of the Lord of hosts with thunder and with earthquakes and great noise, with storm and tempest and the flames of a devouring fire. So the Lord is doing these things. He's visiting this place. He's casting his judgment. He's tired of you people. He's tired of you celebrities thinking you can get away with your shit, causing all types of problems for the hopeful elect. Forget about the 2/3. He's looking at the hopeful elect. You're causing problems for the hopeful elect. You're afflicting us. You're helping our enemy to afflict us. So he's gonna tear you apart. He's gonna deal with you in the worst way possible. And it's gonna keep ramping up. These fires, these earthquakes, these storms, these calamities, these are all of the Lord. He's doing these things because he's sick of you people and he want to clean up. And eventually he's going to turn up. He's going to give the okay, and he's going to wipe this land apart. He's going to wipe America. And how do you prove that this is Yahweh and Yahweh's doing these things? We're in the chapter already. We're in the book. Might as well go straight to the script. Isaiah 45. And this is Yahweh speaking. Isaiah 45:7. I form the light and create the darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. And the capitalized letters of LORD is where Yahweh, his name, should be. That's where his name should be in this. But, Esau Edom manipulated the Bible a little bit with a few words and put in words to take out the Lord's name. But that's where the Lord's name is supposed to be. That's where Yahweh's name is supposed to be. Anyhow, like I said, this is all Yahweh's doing. He's bringing his calamities. And eventually he's going to do a full-blown Jacob's trouble. And he's going to deliver his people. And I repeat myself. His people, Yasharallah, Israel, Hebrew Israelites, the hopeful elect, those who are doing this work, those who are making a sacrifice, putting their bodies on the line, going out to prophesy and to teach his sheep. This is not a game. And it's not even a new year. The new year of the world actually starts in spring. Why would the year start in a time of death? This is winter. Winter, everything dies or go to sleep. You can't grow anything really in winter. You can't do much in winter. Winter is cold. Winter is where everything chills. But in spring, what does it do? Everything starts to grow, rise up, awaken, warms up, blooms. The new year is when spring comes about. But that's a different topic for another time. The Lord is casting judgment. He's doing his thing. And this is just the beginning. Call Halayim La Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua Ba'Shem Kakadash. I am Matazah, and this is a lesson on you wicked celebrities and your calamity. Hopeful elect out there, stay safe. Keep your eyes on the prize, your eyes on the Lord. Keep pushing. Peace and blessings to you. Shalom.